I lied on my Tinder profile and ended up in court. Okay, so I never thought my harmless little Tinder fib would land me in the situation I'm in now. But here we are. It all started a few months ago when I was feeling kinda down about my love life. I wasn't exactly lying to myself, but I wasn't totally being honest either. I was on a bit of a dating app binge, trying to meet someone. But after a few cringy dates and a serious lack of chemistry, I got desperate. Like, super desperate. I'm a 27-year-old guy, 5 feet 10 inches on a good day, and, honestly, my career as a mid-level marketing guy didn't really scream heartthrob. So when I decided to update my Tinder profile, I figured I needed to boost my chances a little. You know, just give the whole first impression thing a little oomph. So, I did what any reasonable person would do. I changed my height from 5 feet 10 inches to 6 feet 2 inches. No big deal, right? I mean, it's not like anyone was going to actually measure me in person, right? I also threw in a working as a startup founder because, I mean, it sounded better than junior marketing manager, which is totally not a cool title. I added some pics of me in a suit, one where I was holding a fancy drink at a rooftop bar, and another with me in a mountain landscape, a very staged photo with a guy I barely knew from high school, all of it just to look a little more successful and adventurous. For the record, I am successful in my own right, but I'm not exactly living the Instagram dream. Anyway, I swiped through the apps like a pro, and after a few weeks, I matched with Sarah. She was funny, smart, and, judging by her profile, super down to earth. We hit it off, texting for a week or two. She was gorgeous. I was nervous. I didn't want her to know about my little fib. Eventually, we met up at a nice cafe. She was even more beautiful in person, but as soon as we hugged, I knew I was in trouble. She was tall. Like, way taller than I expected. She was wearing heels, and I was definitely not 6 feet 2 inches. The lie was about to come crumbling down. I tried to play it cool, but she instantly noticed. Wait a minute, she said, looking down at me. You're not 6'2". I tried to laugh it off, but she wasn't having it. She asked why I lied, and I fumbled my way through some half-baked excuse about wanting to seem more confident. She didn't seem upset, at first. Over the next few dates, we kept hanging out, but it was very clear that she wasn't over the height thing. She'd bring it up in passing, joking about how I must have been shrinking or wearing lifts, but I could tell it was bugging her more than she was letting on. A few weeks later, she texted me saying we needed to talk. We met up at a park, and that's when things went south. She told me she had a friend who worked at a private investigation firm and could run background checks on people, for safety reasons, you know? She said she had no idea how she got my full name, but apparently, my name had a record attached to it. It was a minor thing, like a small claims issue from a year ago, but it seemed like she wanted to keep digging. I was confused. What are you talking about? Then she drops the bombshell. She was suing me. For false advertising. I thought it was a joke at first. But no, apparently, in her eyes, my height discrepancy was a legal matter. She claimed she had been emotionally distressed by my deception and felt like I had wasted her time. At this point, I was in utter disbelief. How could something so small spiral like this? Long story short, she actually filed a small claims lawsuit. I had to spend a day in court, all because of an innocent, albeit stupid, fib about my height. The judge, who was low-key laughing at the absurdity of the whole situation, ended up ruling in her favor, because she was technically hurt by my height misrepresentation. I was ordered to pay her a small amount for her emotional distress, which felt like a scam, but hey, I wasn't going to drag it out in court. Now, I've learned my lesson. Be honest on dating apps, folks. Or at least don't lie about things you can't back up with actual facts. Sarah and I are no longer in touch, and I'm still dealing with the consequences of that one stupid mistake. The moral of the story, no one cares if you're 6 feet 2 inches. Just be yourself. But maybe don't put startup founder on your profile unless you're actually one. The end.